Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Spiegel Law PC, 516-873-1683, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reister's Bakery. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan and Norm. Great to be back in the studio.
Yeah, beautiful outside.
You know, a couple of acorns starting to come down. I don't know if it's like the acorn Mageddon that we had last year, where you had to wear a hard hat going outside, but they're falling.
My squirrels are loving it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe they'll knock out some lantern flies on the way down. Last week we spoke about Nassau County's safety program called Prevent, and it's about recognizing and reporting violence or potential violence, especially for young people. And not that it went into effect yesterday, but just yesterday, someone posted a bomb threat to Kellenberg Memorial High School in Uniondale, town over, to a suicide chat hotline. The police and fire responded. They swept the building. They got the people back, and the kids back in. But, these things are happening in high schools, on a daily basis.
It's a sign of the times. And now all the schools and the synagogues, especially because the holidays are coming up, they're on high awareness alert.
Yeah.
And the kids need to be, and the parents need to be. And so this program is an important program at this time.
Yeah, it's really problematic. And, I guess when we were, back in school, the worst that anyone did, and has nothing to do with me, is they would pull the fire alarm. Yeah, okay, so then, people would get out of class or get out of the tests or whatever it was. But these bomb threats and the shootings that we're hearing about, literally on a daily basis.
It's a new craziness.
It just rocks you to the core. It really sucks. I don't know how else to say it. There was another accident yesterday on Woodfield. This time it was by Woodfield and Chestnut Street. It was the picture was up on social media. Adam, you were there shortly after.
The Echo news van raced to the scene. It seems like it was cleaned up pretty quickly. Traffic was flowing by the time we got there. I did see one person being treated by the Hot Solar Ambulance Corps. Were great people responding for the public good. It just reminds us that Woodfield's a dangerous stretch of road, and we recently added a red light, which is further down, but it's still a place where people accelerate. There's a lot of traffic passing through town from Lindbergh, Malvern towards Hempstead. So people just got to drive carefully.
Yeah, I think the
saying goes, drive like your kids live here, because most of us do.
Yeah, I think the light has definitely helped. The light by Lindbergh. This is like the first time that I've heard of a big major accident in quite some time. But again, it's still a busy thoroughfare, and what I don't understand is you go to Queens. I'm in Queens almost all the time. As soon as you hit the border, there are speed bumps, even on major streets, and there are speed cameras all over the place.
Everywhere now.
You can't speed. It's kind of like you're going down here in Nassau County, whatever speed you want. You get to Queens, or Brooklyn, you hit the brakes.
It's painful though. It's 25 miles an hour. It hurts.
Yeah, I'm sure it hurts. And if you got a lead foot, it's a big problem. But
it is big.
But that's the rule, or else you're going to break your axle going over these bumps, like on Utopia, on just big streets that you wouldn't even think they have these speed bumps.
Although I am hearing now they're possibly talking about lowering the speed limit even further. And
New York City.
When I've driven
further than 25,
I've heard proposals of 20 miles an hour. It's very difficult to stay that slow. It's
there's always that 10 mile an hour, kind of leeway. So that kind of really means it's over 30, you're going to get a ticket.
But I may have pointed out that that's more to do with raising funds.
It's a huge revenue generator for the city, because those cameras work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They don't take vacations. They don't have a union. It's 24-hour revenue generator. People generally don't fight them. You can't really fight them very well.
Yeah, but you know what? I would much rather see this is as an item, as opposed to other revenue generators in Nassau County, because again, traffic is out of control in this area. So
I don't like the cameras for the red lights or the speed cameras, but I like accidents a lot less.
Yeah, but I do like the cameras, and I'll tell you why. Because on Woodfield, that's an emergency route for a lot of the Lakeview Fire Department guys to get to fires, and they can't have speed bumps. So you want to slow down traffic, make people pay.
Yeah. All right. So I think this is a good time for us to take a quick commercial break.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shout.
All right, and we're back. We had the back to school last week, and the kids are away, so that means that Echo Pool is pretty much back for the adults, and it's not a terrible experience.
Or back to repairs, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, but Adam, what's going on at the pool?
There's always something going on. If you showed up this morning like me, you saw the like a construction shed in the middle of the shallow end of the pool as you come in. I heard two different explanations, and of course the people there always say, I don't know anything. One person said it had to do with pipes, another person said it had to do with the deck itself was sinking, and they had to bolster it, so nobody knows exactly. Maybe they're doing some secret experiments. Who knows? But there's a big, you'll have a picture of it, Dan will splice in. Yeah, it looks a little unusual in the middle of the pool deck. But look, they're keeping the facility up. You would like to think that all the millions of dollars in repairs that they've spent so far would last a while, but there's always something going on.
So I was going to say, just spent whatever they spent on it, but apparently not enough to keep them from having to fix it again.
It's an aging facility, and
Do they the locker room? Do they have the saunas working? Or?
The sauna and steam room are back in operation. The steam room.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
that's cool.
It's a pretty good steam room, I gotta say.
So that's huge.
It's a nice schwitz. Come by and schwitz sometime. We should do the show from the schwitz.
That's a great idea.
We should actually. That would be good. And we can have it running on the monitors at the pool, right?
Let's make this happen. I think we have to get permission.
So that'll be our not safe for work edition that we put out that once.
Yeah, just make sure there's no electrical wiring going on anywhere. So tonight, and I'm not sure when people are going to be watching the program, but tonight is going to be the 9/11 Memorial at Halls Pond at 6:30. It's put together every year by the Civic Association. They really do a very special and important job in putting this all together. And unfortunately, it's a tragic day that we have to memorialize every year.
It is a big deal. I mean, this is the time of year when the clergy get together, the politicians are there, the Boy Scouts come out, and they make a big deal out of it because there are a lot of, I think over a dozen people from our neighborhood were lost.
Including firefighters.
And it's commemorated on a regular basis, and that entire monument was put together and financed by local politicians with the support of the West Hempstead Community Support Association. So kudos to them, and I'm happy they continue it every year.
It's a very appropriate memorial. There's a piece of steel from the World Trade Center. It's a good time.
It is hard to.
Of course, we have a neighbor here also that puts out those 300 flags on his.
On Roosevelt. And they're out there already.
It's just hard to imagine. It's been 23 years already. We don't think about it. And yet here it is.
Yeah.
And thank God for our service members who have kept, thank God, no terrorist attacks on our soil against us.
Including members of your own family. Thank you very much for their service.
Thank you for your service, keeping us safe.
And Troop 613, I think, is going to be there as well tonight. So, so if you can, get down to Halls Pond at 6:30. So turning our attention to the library, always exciting things, going on, maybe not Tai Chi programming, this week you can go to the library and it's a library card sign-up month. And so I think there's this, big push to get people to get their library cards so that they can go and take out the books.
And they have a lot of material for the 9/11 memorial, right?
So they actually have a special display, and so they really go out of their way to make it, very, very easy to get all the information that you need about the tragic day.
And I'll offer one little library tip that I have used many times, which is if you can't find the book that you're looking for at our library, go talk to the reference librarians. They can get stuff from
you can order
literally all over the country. I've had them get books from all kinds of places, stuff that I just couldn't find. Absolutely.
I thought it was just limited to Nassau County.
Yeah, and you can use the website to get Suffolk County stuff. You can order directly there, but if it's someplace that's just in some academic library, they can order it. So go see the reference librarians.
With your tax dollars, you might as well get
that's interesting. I also wonder if that would, kind of extend to things that are not really book-related, AV material, which we talked about last week. But again, if you're looking for something hard to find, it may be somewhere. And also, for example, in the Merrick Library, you can take out all sorts of interesting things like lawn games and other things. So I'm wondering, could you do that from West Hempstead? Do you need to go there to take it out? It raises some interesting possibilities.
Absolutely.
Reesters is celebrating Apple Fest, and it's like all thing apples. They have apple strudel, they have apple turnovers, they have apple Danish. Their stuff is just, and I happen to love apple turnovers. It's actually one of the most perfect foods for me. I mean, it's like a whole meal. They make it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, get down to Reesters and enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And finally, Creative Corner. If you're planning a birthday for both young and old, give them a call at 516-385-8782. All right, so that's going to be a wrap-up for this week. I want to thank you, Dan. I want to thank you, Adam, and Norm, once again, for sharing the spot over here. And we'll join you next week at This Week in West Hempstead.
Take care.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to visit our sponsors, Spiegel Law PC, Tiffany Dry Cleaners, I&D Glot Market, and Reesters Bakery. To find out more or to reach out to us, come visit us on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website at westhempsteadecho.com.
Welcome to I&D Glot. We love our customers. We have the freshest produce. We have all the groceries you need. We have the best cuts of beef, veal, lamb, chicken for the best price. And of course, a bakery department with all fresh cookies, cakes, and freshest bakery item. And of course, with a takeout department with delicious food. If you need to place an order, do it online. We'll deliver it to you, or come into the store and shop. We can't wait to see you.